Hello students, welcome back. Today I will continue the same chapter, that is microorganisms, friend and foe. In the previous video you have learned about the bacteria, that what are the bacteria, how they first came on the earth's surface, what are the different shapes of bacteria, what are the useful and harmful effects of the bacteria, which is the smallest and largest bacteria, and so on. Now in today's topic we will learn about the virus, and all of you know that how harmful are the virus. Today the whole world that is suffering from the deadly disease that is called COVID-19. Later on we will discuss about that. First see about, that means, some specific features of the viruses. Viruses are smaller, or you can say that are the smallest microorganisms, and they can be seen only under the electron microscope. Why electron microscope? Because the magnification of the electron microscope, that is very high, so they can see even a small object also. So these are the smallest microorganisms which can be seen only under the electron microscopes. And viruses can reproduce only inside the bodies of the other organisms. That means why they always required one host, and outside the living organism, that means outside the body of the other organisms, it behaves as non-living thing. So that's why they are called the connecting link between living and non-living. Sometimes they behave as non-living things and sometimes they behave as living thing. And it can also say that the borderline of the living and non-living thing. You can see some pictures of the viruses. This is the example. You can say this is the structure of the HIV virus, which causes the disease called AIDS, that is acquired immunodeficiency syndromes, in which actually the particular cell of the WBC, which is responsible for making the antibody or fight against the antigen, that is actually killed. So this is the diagram of HIV virus. Actually in virus the nucleic acid is present, in which either RNA or DNA is present as their genetic material. Here you can see that it has the double two strands of RNA. So in virus either single strand or double strand RNA or single strand DNA or double strand DNA is present as their genetic material inside the nucleic acid, and this nucleic acid is surrounded by either protein coat or lipid. Here in HIV this is surrounded by the lipid envelope. So this is the, and these are the structural protein which is present here. So this is the diagram of the HIV virus. Next see, this is the diagram of a smallpox virus. In a smallpox virus the DNA that looks like the dumbbell shape, and this is the core membrane, this is outer envelope. And do you know that a smallpox virus, once upon a time, it was a deadly virus. Millions of people were, that means, causing death because of that virus. And the first vaccine that was made, that is against the smallpox diseases. And who made that vaccine? That was the Edward Jenner. This is the diagram of the bacteriophage. Do you know that what is bacteriophage? Viruses that infect bacteria. Okay, that means viruses that infect bacteria is called bacteriophage. And it is mainly having the three regions. This is the head, this is the neck and collar, and this is called tail region. In head region nucleic acid is present, you can see here, in which either here DNA is present as their genetic material, which is surrounded by this protein coat that is called capsid, which is present in the head region. In the neck and collar region, this is the hollow core which is surrounded by sheath. This is the base plate, and from here, or you can say end plate also, tail fibers are present by which they can penetrate the host cell, that means bacteria. So that means viruses are non-cellular organisms. Non-cellular, that means it does not have any cellular structure, because in bacteria there is the cell wall, cell membrane, but in viruses there is no any cell membrane or cell wall, they do not have any protoplasm or cytoplasm. So that's why it is a non-cellular organisms. Inside the living host, they multiply and produce hundreds of viruses within the host cell. Later on, nuclear material of the host cell get completely destroyed, and viruses directing the host cell to produce copies of viruses. That means they are totally commanding the host cell by interrupting their mechanism and produce the copies of more viruses. The term virus was coined by Pasteur. It was first discovered by Ivanovsky in 1892. And do you know that which was the first virus to be discovered? That is the TMV. TMV is known as tobacco mosaic virus. That was the first virus to be discovered. And Ivanovsky was performing some experiments regarding the bacterial infection. He has taken the fluids of the some people, those who are suffering from the bacterial infection, and he passed that fluid through bacteria profiltrate, and he saw that some of the, that means microorganisms, they can pass through that also. All the bacteria, that means they are stopped by using that filter, but even some microorganisms can be passed through that. So that means they are even smaller than the bacteria. So that was nothing, that was the virus. So first virus that was discovered, that was the TMV, that is known as tobacco mosaic virus. And virus is derived from the Latin word, that means that is venom, that is called poison. This is the diagram of the tobacco mosaic virus. This is the outermost protein coat which is called capsid. In TMV, that means RNA. RNA is present as their genetic material. That means we have discussed about that in virus either RNA or DNA, not the both. Sometimes RNA is present, either it is single stranded, double stranded, and in sometimes DNA is present. And I think you are familiar about the term viroid. Viroid is nothing, that means if protein coat is not present in the nucleic acid, that virus is called viroid. So what is the structure of virus? Virus is composed of nucleic acid, and in nucleic acid either DNA or RNA is present as their genetic material, and that is surrounded by protein coat that is called capsid, which is made up of capsomere. What are the different shapes of virus? It is helical like TMV, spherical like influenza virus, polyhedral that is bacteriophage, etc. And what about the size? The size is mainly varies from 20 nanometer to 250 to 400 nanometer. So nanometer, that is a micro unit, you can say, which is used to observe very small object. A smallest virus, that is Prokin virus, that is about 17 nanometer, and the largest virus, that is Mimi virus, that is about 750 nanometer in diameter, and it mainly affect the amoeba that belongs to the group Protozoa. Later on we have to read about that. Next is nutrition, that means how viruses obtain their nutrition. Earlier we have discussed that is the borderline of living and non-living. So outside the living host, they do not require any nutrition, but when they are living inside the host, so they take nutrition from the host cell. So in this way their mode of taking nutrition is parasitic. I think you have familiar about these terms. You have read in class 7th about that, the different modes of heterotrophic nutrition. Next is growth and reproduction. Viruses reproduce and multiply their numbers in the living host using their cell machinery. Earlier we have discussed about that. Useful effects of viruses. Not all viruses are harmful, it are useful also. So let's see some useful effects of viruses. Viruses like bacteriophage has an important function in marine ecology in treating the sewage, and they are also helpful in molecular and cell biology. Viruses are useful in making vaccine. I think we have discussed about that the first vaccine that was discovered by Edward Jenner, that is of smallpox. Actually, once upon a time in the Europe region, the million of people, that means they are suffering from the smallpox diseases, and during that time Edward Jenner found that the milkmaids, that means those who are involved in you can say animal husbandry, that means they are not getting infection from the smallpox virus. So he found that in the body of the cow the other virus is present, that is called cowpox virus, which has the immunity against the smallpox virus. So by using that to cowpox virus, he made the vaccine of the smallpox, and gradually, that means nowadays it is completely eradicated from the, that means by making the vaccine, gradually it has been eradicated from the world. COVID-19, and viruses are harmful also. It causes the various harmful diseases. I think you have familiar about that, means the recent viral disease, that is COVID-19. So see, this is the diagram of the coronavirus, and I think that means from the next session this will be in your syllabus also. Coronavirus, the example of the viruses, how harmful they are. It can causes the acute respiratory distress syndromes, that means it may block the lungs, and those who are in the high risk, the person, those who are above 60, or those having the you can say the any medical complication, smokers. And I think you are familiar about the prevention. So what are the preventive measures, how that means we have to keep social distancing and the isolating the peoples, those who are suffering from the COVID-19 disease. And one more thing, that means no vaccine is available right now against this virus, so prevention is better. So it has been said that prevention is better than cure. So we have to adopt this prevention: hand washing, avoid traveling to outbreak areas, stay away from crowds, avoid touching T-zone. This is called T-zone, that means mouth, nose and eyes, using protective equipments. And apart from this, that means they are also causes various diseases in humans like influenza, AIDS, common cold and flu. Okay, so these are the some diseases which happens in human beings, and some diseases are caused in animals and plants also. So that's all. In the next video you will learn about the algae. Thank you, students.